Hello guys, in this video I want to introduce myself and let's talk about the things that I want to show on this channel. Well, it's funny thing to say. No mind, just well, about me, I'm some kind of experienced Java developer. Well, my jokes are bad and my English is bad as well, so expect me to hmm, talk like a retard or to search some, to look up some words like, you know, just let's go on. So our goals and the goals of people who might like this video. Well, the first one is overcoming imposter syndrome. Well, most of you probably heard about this syndrome. Uh, this is a syndrome when you just well can't be confident in your work. When you feel that uh, you work in some at some kind of job just for because of some kind of mistake. That's imposter syndrome basically. Well, this is not a video about this syndrome, just check it out on Google, whatever. So the second goal is to watch how, the main goal, well, to me at least, you can watch how software developer really does his work. Basically, it means that only you can just watch yourself and because of our because of rules that gonna set up for myself, yeah, you'll be able to see how bad I probably might look sometimes. Well, and maybe some of you could learn something new because I'm gonna do pretty much well interesting project. Well, at least for me. Yeah. So what rules do we have? We have three rules. Well, no preparation, so I'm not gonna prepare some code. I'm not gonna well, I'm not gonna make cuts. Well, just to Google something because if I don't know something, I want you to know this. So I will just check it out on Google, like in front of you, like during the video. And I'm gonna tell you no bullshit. Well, at least I'm gonna try to. So what are you going to do? Well, basically, there is a messenger called Telegram. Well, most of you must know about it. And I'm gonna create a bot. Just well, I'm gonna create a bot and that will do something. I'll tell you later. And I have no ideas what I could do further, but who cares? Maybe it's not gonna happen. Who knows? Okay, so let's cut the crop. So no bullshit. As I as I was trying to say. So I have a brand new Intellij IDEA. Well, that's community version. I have ultimate version, but well, this is but I wanna use free software just well, to make any conditions well as much as closer to some new developers or developers who just mm, who don't want to pay. Never mind. Let's just start a new project. I don't have any settings that are built to me, so I'm gonna use just GTK 11th version. Well, just because. So here we have few things like some kind of templates. Yeah, I've never used this thing. Like you can create a Maven project from archetype. Maven is a build system. It can help you to well to build your project to well to make some dependency management or something. There are like billions of plugins, and you can use it for yourself. Well, there is also Gradle. That's basically it's just a different thing as Maven, but it's different. It's mm, pretty much modern, but I wouldn't recommend this thing for young developers. Well, you can try it. There is no hard things there, but whatever. Okay, so let's go. Just create our archetype. Sorry, just create our project. We can choose Java or Maven. I'll choose Maven because Village Ideas will produce some things instead of us. I mean, some boilerplates and etc. So just Telegram, but I'll I use just some shitty name. but who cares? So, and here we see, what things do we see? Oh, so there are some files here. I mean, some folders. Yeah, we're gonna use them all probably. So the structure of project is pretty simple. There is just a main and test and PAM. The PAM file is a file which contains all the things you need, well, to manage your build or to manage your dependencies. Well, so uh, here we can just change our, well, the name of our project, because well, here we have, for example, you can use whatever you want to. Well, uh, I don't know, like I don't know, don't know. Oh, well, and here you can have your version. Just it's not so important for now. Just never mind. So let's create our main main Java class. Well, it's not fine to create classes like in a root folder, because, well, there are some things like uh, just Java root folder, uh, not a root folder, root package, Java root package, bad practice. We can just, yeah, just check this thing. Yeah, well, it explains why. So all I remember uh, from my young ages of software development, just you don't do this. So yeah, so just check it out, and, well, you'll forget it in the moment. Well, not in the moment, but in a month or more. So just don't do this like ever. Like, just create a few packages. Like, usually, those packages, they repeat the same pattern, like that we have in, like, in our POM. So, like, just create uh don't know, well, I don't know, but just doesn't matter. And just put it here. So it's gonna be our root package, and you'll see that if we create here our well, just our main, so here gonna be package line. I'll just don't care. Well, the idea will do it for you. So, and what we have here we have very well, just so let me start like that. So you can just type PSVM, that stands for public static void main, and you'll have your main arguments. Um, so let's think about our tasks. What do we want to do with this project? So let me create some kind of, I don't know, some kind of file called, well, readme md, just for fun. Well, that's like a markdown format. So what kind of bot do I want to make? So uh, main idea. So the main idea is, well, mm, just a scheduler bot which helps you to do your tasks, daily tasks. Tasks. Well, for example, so for example, you can just send a message like uh, mm, uh, tomorrow, tomorrow, fuck, yeah, tomorrow, uh, tomorrow I have dentist. Yeah, so uh, tomorrow at 10 p.m. I have a dentist. Okay, so uh, let's imagine that we send this command to our bot and like uh, tomorrow at some kind of time it will respond like it will send you a message like uh, uh, today you have a task called I have a dentist today at 10 p.m. Something like that. Or well, so we want to phrase like that. I mean, so that's just how bots work. You send them some kind of message and they respond you sometimes. Okay, so let's commit on that on this that we want to have a pretty simple but mm, um, but not easy to program interface like that. So well, the main idea you got it. So for example, we can like in 2 hours I have a dentist or and something like that. So you get me. I hope. So what we need to create a bot? Uh, let's think about it. What would I do at first thing? I don't really know, but I'm sure that we need this. So we need to integrate with Telegram, and we gonna Google Telegram mm, bot API, and here we can just check out what do we have here. So basically, this API is pretty low. Uh, Pretty low level one. We have to, well, you don't want to implement all these interfaces, all these methods, because, well, it's gonna take centuries. What we're gonna do next is we're gonna just GitHub, Telegram, Java, just like that. And we have like at our first link here, like some pretty bad on, and here we can just use the Maven Central repository dependency. Uh, okay, so all we need is just copy this and we can paste it here. And one thing that you have to have in mind that there is dependencies tag, and inside of it you have to have this dependency thing. And now we can just watch uh, how nothing happens, right? So now I maybe I should press this button. Well, it means here we can just press a refresh button and it will try to re-download all our dependencies. Yeah, and we can see that there is a process right here. You can just repeat after me if you want to, but I would recommend just watch and see how dumb I am. Uh, okay, so we have our dependencies, right? Now, if it's not red, well, it means it's okay. And all we need is just to check out, well, the guides. Well, so there is example bots, for example, like that. So let me show you how it really works. Uh, for example, let me, yeah, mm, just for a moment, yeah, here. Mm, Here we can just, well, that's an example bot from this thing, like, and it seems like it doesn't really work. Uh, yeah, it doesn't work. Never mind. So let's check out some other stuff. So here we have uh, direction bot. Okay, let's start. Yeah, it works. Well, that's basically how bots work. We can just change languages. Well, just we can like have our keyboard, for example, or no, it's custom keyboard or some kind of commands and like any of this. Or commands aren't necessary. Actually, you can use well, anything. Just it depends on your implementation. Okay, so now mind, let's get back to our thing. So here we have uh, this thing. It's an example. As we can see, here is our here is how to. Let's let's just watch this. So let's just follow the steps. So for example, there is first step, create an actual bot. And so as we can see, there is a public class, my amazing bot. Let's just copy and paste that. And I pretty much sure that everybody does that. Well, uh, but uh, okay. So here we have a thing. We have this is red, that it means we should import it, or there was some other mistake, or not a mistake or error. Never mind. So here we have our best helper. It's called the IDEA, Intellij IDEA, and it helps us to make stuff. So we can see here that probably this documentation doesn't isn't really actual one. I mean, it's not it isn't fresh. So I will just do this stuff because IDEA helps us. It will help us to implement all the methods we need, or maybe we don't. Uh, so and here I always uh, tell Junes that you have to download sources because otherwise the source code could be well, hard to read. So just download sources if it's available. So, and I don't know why did I got here. Okay, so now we copied our code. Well, there is some mm, methods. Some of them are, I suppose, as we could see here, some of them are optional. Some of them isn't option, aren't option. Uh, so these methods are required. So we have basically three methods. Well, the first one, well, it's obviously. I suppose that there is three methods for bot username, for bot token, for and our action on data received. Let's just be sure that we can make an echo bot. Well, just so what you need to do is uh, uh, so yeah. Mm, so here, what we have here, we can there is a bot called bot other, and he creates bots basically. It's the only way to create your own bot to get uh, mm, secrets and etc. Well, you know, just let's see. Okay, let's create a new bot. Uh, got sorry, bot which is sorry, what's wrong with me? Which is stolen. Okay, bot. Yeah. So here you have a secret. You don't share with it with anybody, like me. So in this case, we just okay. So here is our bot token, like that. You can steal it, whatever. I don't care. Probably I'll delete it after I record this video. So just, but we can try. Maybe it's not deleted. Okay. So and we have to copy our name. So I suppose it's it's the one. Okay, so uh, in real world, in real production, you should replace this thing, but even in real production, I would start doing this because now our main goal is to make something work. We don't have the time to, well, to refactor or to code some pretty stuff here. We'll resolve this shit later. So, and now what we have here. So let's return to our this thing. So let's get bot username. That's okay. Okay. So these things is already done, obviously. So here's the thing. So this is the main entry point for our bot, I suppose. Uh-huh. Okay, so let's just. So what are they doing here? Let's just copy. Why do we trying to? Uh, why are we trying to, well, make it harder? Just copy that and. Uh, okay, and now we see that, as you can see, this documentation is definitely not a fresh one because here we have some typing compatibility or something. I don't know. Here let's just solve this problem because we have provided lang but required type is string. Let's just make a thing like that. So just make a string from lang. Okay, so and this method isn't available either. And here we have, okay, I had it. So I'm checking the error. So I might be doing this pretty fast for you, but what's wrong with it? Okay, so never mind, but so mm, yeah, so it says that then the exception, Telegram IP exception, isn't handled. It means that we should catch it with using this try catch construction. So all we do is just, well, actually you can see this exception right here, but it's not imported. Yeah, so we just import it and the error is gone. Okay, so and here we have bad times at resolving this method, probably because there is no one. Uh, well, because okay. Well, this documentation isn't really fresh, right? Mm, okay. Okay, we can see a builder here. Uh, we I entered this. Well, it's a mm, very nice thing to do. Well, sometimes you enter some source code and just read it because it's, well, you make your understanding this uh, make your understanding better. Oh, never mind. So just you make your understanding better of what's happening inside it. So we can see here, well, send message builder. We can use that, I suppose. Well, so what's going on here? Let's find it out. Let's remove these comments. Uh, well, they say obvious things. Okay, so if update, I suppose update that is a thing that comes from Telegram, like any updated thing, like, well, anything that user does. Okay, so yeah, an update. Here's a link. Object represents an incoming update. One. No mind. Okay, so and it checks if an update has message and a message has text, right? So and it creates send message. It sets chat ID and text here, and then it uh, runs execute. Okay, so suppose execute. Well, just sends a message. Okay, just let make it work. Uh, Mm, let's replace that with the send message builder. Because we are using uh, Java 11, we can use this thing like, yeah, sorry, I'm too much used to Kotlin, right? And we have something is wrong and isn't public. Okay, so it says that this, yeah, and we can see that this constructor here isn't public, so we can't use it well in other classes. You know, it's a package default. Suppose that uh, you have to write code inside this package. Well, otherwise you can't use this builder. But who calls it then? Well, no one calls it. Okay, why not? So, uh, okay, let's check it out once again. So here we have mm, docu- our documents. Maybe there is something here. Mm, Just always check issues because it could be something like very discussed here, maybe some important things. Okay. Mm, what's that? No, doesn't seem like we need it right here. Mm, so, mm, yeah. So, and here I feel stupid, right? So I was trying to, well, sorry, to find out where is, okay, let's maybe, well, we can obviously create this thing using uh, mm, all args constructors. This annotations they called like stash thing. That's a thing that helps you to uh, bypass all boilerplate. Like not just you can Google logstash if you want. This is it's not a logstash. That's called Lombok. Sorry. I'm just a stupid developer. Never mind. So let's use not the source code, but this decompiled code. You can see that it looks like really bad. So there is a reason why you should try to get it by yourself. I mean, why you should read it by yourself using source code. Uh, so here we can ISO. Oh, okay, I got it. Now I got it. So there is a method you can see here just by I got it just by reading source code. Uh, you can use just pretty simple stuff. No, this is builder. Suppose it looks like that. Yeah, you can just use builder. Just put var here. Um, yeah, and I don't see. Okay, it's the name of the methods are different. So chat ID and text. Okay, so yeah, and we can see an error here. Probably it means that we haven't built our message yet. So now we can see that everything works fine. Right, but what? But here's our main, and if we run that, it won't do anything. So, how should we start that? Let's war uh, my bad. Okay, and of course. So what's now? Uh-huh. To be honest, I don't see any ways to run it right now. Let's just check out documentation. So let's, okay, so there's Telegram bots API and handlers. Maybe, yeah, I can see. So let's just copy this thing. Okay, and we can see Telegram bots API here. Let's just import that. And here's we can see some other stuff that can be imported. And handled exception. Um, okay, and here we can see some custom stuff. I suppose that's so. What? So I guess yeah, we can just pass our long polling bot. Basically, here you could see that we extended our Telegram long polling bot. Well, and it implements a long polling bot. Yeah, so we can just using some stuff called OP. Yeah, we can just pass it here. Let me just new minus. Okay, so maybe you should start it right now and check it out. Yeah, we can see some errors. Okay, who cares? Oh, okay. So we have no logs here. Uh, so I personally I know what's the problem right now, why we can't see any output except for these errors. Well, what should you do? Well, you should read it and you should understand that there is something wrong at least. You can just do this stuff, self-g. You can, okay, so it's the simple login set for Java. So basically this thing that wraps all login implementations into some kind of shit. Well, into some kind of facade. Just check it out later why it's a good thing. Well, but everyone use that because it's simple. It's easy to. This thing is made to replace implementations of some kind of loggers because there is well, at least three known implementations called Java util logging, logback, and log4j. Yeah, yeah, and this thing allows you to use all of them. So uh, the reason why we don't have any logs here because we don't have any SFOJ dependency. Yeah. So let's just do this thing. This is Maven. This is a global Maven repository, or the default one. You can see well a lot of stuff here. All you need is to do is just sort on popular. Well, you can check it out. Okay, you can see some versions. Don't well and just find out well the most used one. Well, and the most recent and the most used one. So for example, I'm gonna use well. Mm, this one or even this one because this one have and these ones have alpha beta or something suffixes, so just don't use it. Yeah, or just do it on your own risk. So and here we have just our, so if you use any of these things, all of these things are dependency managers. You can just copy and paste that into your project. So basically just go here, just okay, yeah, just like that. So we can see that nothing is red. We can just press the button just to be sure, and we can just sorry for too many injustice, and we can just run it again, and we can see the same thing. And well, maybe we should use this advice. Uh, yeah, yeah. So failed. So let's yeah, that would be a great advice at first, you know. Uh, uh, okay. Mm, so there is some kind of issue, and I don't know. So, oh yeah, okay, I probably got it. Mm, let's check out again our palm just to be sure. So as you can see, I haven't prepared, and I don't create any new projects like that from scratch. So now, so all things that we have here that we have our API. So that's only an API, and we have no implementation behind that, I suppose. Uh, yeah. So we should place one or another one of some of them, some of this thing. Okay. So let's get back to our Maven thing. Yeah. So we have here our multiple bindings. Uh, I don't know what should I choose right now. Okay, let's just choose the most popular one. Yeah, well, so I suppose that it's a Lockword.j implementation. Yeah, you can just pull it. Uh, be sure to use the same version because it's, well, probably it's gonna work if you choose different one, but try to choose the same one. Uh, yeah, and you also can, by the way, uh, uh, you can extract this version from here just to be sure that, like this, you can use Control Alt V just to introduce property, and I'll just like that. You can press or replace all, and here you can be sure that when you change this version, it will be changed everywhere for any of this dependency. Okay, so it's gonna work right now because put uh, we put the stuff, the implementation of logger. Okay, just press run, and now we see that uh, nothing has changed again. Okay, so I can see the scope test. I know how did it happen. Maybe it's not a thing that let's just remove that. Maybe it's something. If I'm not mistaken, this scope means that, yeah, that we have done some kind of shit. Yeah, let's try to solve that once more, once again. So let's use this URL once more because I wasn't really accurate when I was reading that. Mhm. Okay, but we are using version that. Mm, uh, okay. Mm. So you can see that I'm pretty much struggling right here. Well, just and that's only logging, and we, mm, well, j- uh, so we haven't even reached our goal to get simple Acabot. Uh, mm, maybe we should run it one more time. No? Mm. So it says that it can't find an implementation, so it switched to default no operation logger implementation. Basically, uh, that's a dummy, so it's not gonna do anything. Okay, so maybe binding is a bad thing. So mm, mhm. Okay, so let's just check out once more. So Well, at this point, you can just how to sell J, how to use it. Well, just like that. You can just check the first thing or even manual. You can just check this thing. Okay, so uh, mm, okay, you should use this. Okay, so it asks, yeah. So basically, this thing, as I said, well, for J, it's maybe it's not an implementation or so. So let's just skip this. Remove and we'll put this stuff. Yeah. Yeah, so now we just copied some thing mm, from some guide from Spring. Oh, it's not Spring, it's not, it's Beldunk. I don't know, never mind. So, it should work now. Should work. Uh, mm, well, something has gone wrong again. Maybe uh, that's very funny. Maybe we should use this thing. I don't want to really check. Well, maybe there is some kind of description. Was I think just no mind. It's some kind of stupid ads here. Okay, just maybe we skipped something. Let's finish this guide. Mm-hmm. No, it's some kind of. Well, you can use logback, for example, because personally I like logback more, just because I use it multiple times instead of log4j. Let's just try if it's gonna work. Because, well, to be honest, there is not a real difference for you between some login implementations. Yeah. And we can see here that something is happening, but we have no message here. Again. Okay, well, log back. Okay, okay. So, uh, yeah, there's a breach. Okay, okay. Mm. Mm-hmm. Okay, so um, log back. Uh, log back. Select J. Maven. Just check this thing. Okay, we have this thing. So here is a poem. Uh, I don't really understand what's going on. Well, I pretty much understand this is some configurations for loggers, so we don't need that yet. Yeah, but it works from a box. Here. Uh, Maybe that's enough here. Mm, okay, so this thing is enough because it pulls uh, Knockback core and API. So, well, but why? So, okay, let's update our dependencies once more. Yeah. And we see nothing, right? At least I don't see anything. So I didn't think that the first real problem will find us here. at logging stuff. Mhm. Mhm. Well, let's try this thing, because why not? Maybe it works, but we don't have any locks. Who knows? So for we can just use these lines. Well, usually I know how to write them, but I can copy just to save time. Here we have to put our class logger info. Here I am, and we can just run it again, just to be sure that something is, yeah. So it works fine, but we didn't have any lags. So okay, everything's fine. I'm the one who's stupid. Well, basically, usually when something mm, doesn't work, you should assume that something wrong with your approach. So it's not very often case when you face some problem and the issue is inside some other thing like bag inside of compiler or whatever. So let's start our application and just check out uh, hmm, check out that. Yeah, give me one moment. Uh, mhm. So, mm, let's just, yeah, yeah, it works. So I've checked already. So sorry for not showing it up. For not showing it up here. Uh, Privacy matters. So it just sends everything back. Like you can see. Well, there is no logs because it's not, well, because this library doesn't log anything at the moment. Well, so as you can see, it works fine. So that's a simple Acrobat. Uh, so things that are important now. So the most time that we have spent and the most frustrating time it was resolving this logging issue. And even if I'm pretty experienced, it took me for maybe a few minutes at least. And those minutes were frustrating. You could see how bad I was at solving this issue. Yeah. So uh, uh, go look further for other parts of that.